Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Red Gaide, Vice President Education of the Forum, and I am the Sergeant at Arms for today's session. First of all, greetings and warm welcome to all to this 7th meeting of SICASA Speakers Forum Racecourse Road, initiated and organized by SICASA Bangalore. The theme of today's meeting, keep going. Many of us think that it is aptly said, since most of our regular forum members and our office bearers are not there with us as they have gone for examination leave, and the onus is now upon the continuing members as well as the new members who have joined us the last session and today's session to keep moving the forum ahead. But that is not the reason why I chose this as the theme of the day. There is a story behind it, and let me share it. When I was browsing through my Facebook page, I saw a post that popped up on my news feed, and there was a story about a farmer. There once lived a farmer who had a small plot of land. He decided to plant some vegetables. Accordingly, he planted some potatoes in the field. Within a week's time, the shoots sprout out and all green and fresh. The farmer was very happy. He was anxious and excited. So the very next day, after a week's time, he went to the field, dug up the potatoes and checked for the agricultural produce in its root. But to his dismay, he could not find any produce. He planted those potato plants back in the field and decided to come and check back again later. The very next day, he went back to the field and again he repeated the same process. He dug up the potatoes plants and he checked for the agricultural produce. Again, to his distress, there was no any produce. This process he repeated for 3 months' time, and till the end of the 3rd month as well, there was no agricultural produce in the root of the potato plant. He concluded that the season was not right for growing potatoes. So he concluded that the season was not right for the potatoes, and he went on with his next venture. And I honestly don't know what he planted thereafter, but I can guess the outcome of his venture. It probably ended up just like his potato business. Now, what is that one attribute which you can observe in this farmer that is wrong, or that is what he is doing wrong? Any guess?
Give it up.
No, he didn't give it up. He waited for all 3 months' time.
He doesn't have patience.
Yes, right. Rightly said. He lacks the patience. He is very impatient and he is looking for instant results, and instead of allowing the potatoes to take its own time to grow and reap the agricultural produce. So many times in life we do the same thing, same mistake that this farmer does. We seek instant gratification rather than looking for the end results. But that won't help us to move ahead. In life, we have to have that discipline, self-discipline and that perseverance to keep going even when you feel like it's very difficult to move ahead. If I take a movie for example, a successful movie for example, we go and see the end result, a movie that lasts an hour and a half. What we fail to see is the thousands of hours of time and effort put on to transform an idea into a dream into a blockbuster. So we have to give the things their own time to move ahead, to produce the outcome. We have to just enjoy the journey. Thomas Alva Edison, he famously said, the inventor of the light bulb and many other things, he famously said, genius is 1% perseverance, 1% inspiration and 99% perseverance. What he was trying to tell can be understood by the help of this example. Let's assume a famous sportsman, a champion sport person. He is watching television instead of practicing because he could not be least bothered about the game. we all can guess that you won't remain champion for long if you with that attitude. So in life, we have to have that self-discipline and that perseverance to keep going even when we feel like, even when it is easier to give up. So your investment, your time which you have decided to invest by coming and attending the regular meeting of the SICASA Speakers Forum is an investment of which you will be reaping lifelong rewards, and there won't be any need to provide any depreciation as such. So, I would like to conclude by just saying, keep going, keep moving ahead, keep going till the very end to complete or achieve the task or goal that you have set up. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon our Vice President Ms. Ramya to give up her opening speech.
Well, thank you, Yagya. So, according to me, living means doing what you love to do. So yes, I'm here because I love to be here. Good morning and a warm welcome to one and all present over here. And a special warm welcome to our General Evaluator Rajkumar Jain sir. Give a round of applause for SICASA Speaking Forum 7th meeting. Yes. So, yes, for all of us, father is our hero, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So even for Jain Kumar sir, his father is a hero. He's a national awardee. He got his national award for his exceptional job done at a post office. So yes. So Rajkumar sir did his college studies in Sheshadipuram College and he became a CA in 1998. So he joined Raju Babu and Associates, and from 1998 till now, almost 19 years. So till now, 19 years of experience. Oh my God, it's more than my brother's age. So yes, so he loves taxation and accounting standards. He is the past president of Bangalore Toastmasters and he is the past president of Bangalore Networking Group. Yes, so he loves traveling. His best journey he has ever done is Mansa Sarovara. So how thrilling the journey could be. You can just imagine all that just by hearing Mansa Sarovara. And his favorite cricketer is the wall of Indian cricket, and that is Rahul Dravid. So his favorite match is India versus Australia held in Kolkata in 2001, which is actually widely known as one of the greatest matches in Indian history. He loves reading books, and one of the best book he has come across is Indian mythology. Okay, when yesterday night I asked him like, sir, you have achieved so much, but still if I want to ask, like, tell me one dream that you want to still achieve. He said he wants to become a good inspirational speaker. What a humble person. Give him a round of applause. So, today's theme is keep going. Yes. So, as I said, living means doing what you love to do. Yes. So, you have to choose your path which you love the most. So, choices should be considered when you choose the path and not when you have already chosen the path. So, once you've chosen the path, you have to stick to it and keep going till you reach your goal. Yes. So, let me talk about pain. Pain is temporary. It may last for an hour, for a day, for a year, or even more, but it fades away. Ultimately, if you quit, it lasts forever. So never quit, keep going. So the best example is CA actually. So no matter how difficult this course is, no matter how difficult the difficulties are, but still you should keep going till you reach your goal. And never to forget, once you reach your goal, more goals are awaiting for you. Thank you. So I want to welcome Guru Rathore to read the minutes of last meeting.
Minutes of the last meeting, which was held on Sunday, 9th April 2017. Okay, in attendance were the members, was the Chief Guest Subramaniam Chittur and our very own SICASA Chairman B.T. Shetty. So sir, and Sagar Bashal, our president, and 19 members in the forum. Meeting was scheduled to start at 8 a.m. and actually started at 8 a.m. The first was the presidential address. The president welcomed every presented member and addressed our chief guest. He spoke on the theme of the day, encouraging the fellow members. He requested the members, those who are not appearing in May 2017 exam, to take up the roles and responsibilities during the absence of board committees. Next was the prepared speech sessions. 5 speakers presented their prepared speech. 1 speaker spoke on Project 1, self-introduction, and 4 other speakers spoke on Project 2, prepare your talk. Speeches were well structured and well prepared. All speakers did exceptionally well on delivering their speeches. Next was the table talk session. Mr. Yagya was the session master for the table talk session and handled the session effectively. Series of questions were asked to all present members to ensure that everybody gets the equal opportunity to stand on the stage and to fade away the butterflies in their stomach. All members put up their best efforts to speak for 2 minutes. Next was general evaluation by our chief guest CA Subramaniam Chittur. He was our general evaluator. His role keeps him in a position which is directly related to the growth of the forum and its members. He ensured that all the drawbacks were pointed out without any specific criticism. He advised speakers to focus on grammar, body language, and to maintain proper eye contact. The role players, Mr. Kamesh Avinash noted the time of every speaker. Mr. Sai Kiran noted the grammatical errors, whereas Mr. Suman Tiwari noted the quotes used by the speakers. All the role players put their best efforts to do their roles. The meeting ended at 10:30 a.m. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to welcome the MC of the day.
Very happy morning, friends. This is the first time I'm standing here near the podium because I love to be seen. But being an MC, I have to know what I have to speak on, and I have a book and I have to look all formal, speak all formal. Well, okay, MC. How many of you know what exactly is the role of MC or who an MC is? Anybody who can come up with a definition of an MC? No, okay. I don't know. But we have Google with us, so I Googled it and basically very simple, right? A person who presides over a formal event, entertainment, and who introduces the guests, speakers, or entertainers. Here it is only guests and speakers, no entertainers, please. Well. The concept of MC basically originated in the Catholic Church, and it was documented to be first seen or felt in the 5th century. So it's a very old concept, and there since a lot of people used to come in for the masses, they needed someone who could organize and preside over the meetings and ensure its smooth conduct. So that's where the concept of MC came in. When I was texting Ramya last night and asking about user, because one thing that struck me was that you are a very big Rahul Dravid fan. I think we both can fight over who's a better fan, because I love Rahul Dravid so much. I love the way he conducts himself. So before handing over the days to the first speaker, I had to quote a very touching message he delivered when he was there at a college festival. He said before making his international debut, he was there for the Karnataka Ranji team for 5 years. Perseverance. He used the example of a Japanese plant which doesn't grow for 5 years. It just makes its roots stronger for the growth, and after the 5th year, it grows at a rapid pace. It grows on a rapid speed. It grows as fast as 24 inches a day, and in 9 weeks, it is way beyond the human can see. So Rahul Dravid sir said, many people say the plant grew in the 6 or 9 weeks, but he said, I feel the plant grew in 5 years and 9 weeks. Sums it up alright. RCA, Rahul Dravid sir efforts, many of the people who become successful, they are that successful because they use the term perseverance. I think it's a very aptly thought of word of the day, because even the larger picture, but for our forum, even in CA, a lot of people quit CA because they find it too monotonous, they find it too stressful, they find it too painful. But the feel of having been called a chartered accountant is something that requires a determination, effort, and so on and so forth, right? So if you have enough of my gyan, I would like to call upon the first speaker of the day. He's a very fond dancer. He's basically from Gadag, and I thought he was a very busy person till I met him today because he hardly used to pick my call. He was the first speaker and I wanted a great introduction of him, but he hardly used to pick the call. Well, but he said it's a problem with his Joseph or something like that. But I have known that your favorite food is your mother's dishes, and you also love masala dosa, right? So the stage is all yours.
Jai Jagannatha. A wise man once said, "Except God, nobody is original." How many of you here agree with this? Except God, nobody is original. Like the most of you here, even I agree with this. We are all a copy of someone, and more, a copy of many people all around us. For instance, may I say I am a copy of my father, a bit of my mother, sister, my teacher, colleague, best friend, roommate, and who not. And collection of all those bits together is Manish in front of you. A very happy morning, guys. This is Manish Mansali, and I am here to take you through 21 years of my amazing life. A Jain family is the first and best gift God would have ever given me, and I am more than just proud about it. This introduction of mine, I've broken it into 3 phases: then, now, and when. Then represents the past, now the present, and when the future. Talking about then, I come from a beautiful place called Gadag in mid Karnataka, around about 420 kilometers from Bangalore. It's a cool place there, and having done my schooling in Gadag and college in Hubli, I have some amazing experiences to share with you guys. Schooling. I was known to be a question bank in school for my very sane habit of asking questions anytime and every time. With my school friends and teachers, even today I have a great connect with, and I never miss a chance to call them on their birthdays. One of the fondest memories I take away from my school days is seeing my name in the roll of honor for having scored 10 on 10 CGPA in class 10. This memory I will cherish throughout my life. After school was a time to join college, and I was confused, science or commerce, because I had scored good marks in 10th, so people suggested me to do science. More to have an option after 12th, I chose science. I joined Chetan College in Hubli, did my PU there, and first year went well. I missed a distinction with 3 marks, however I could score 1 in the second year. By the end of second year, one thing I was very sure about, and that was I'm not going to continue science. Medicine I couldn't do because I had not taken a biology in my combo, it was PCMS, and engineering I couldn't do because I didn't want to do. I had somewhere lost interest in it. It was more because of chemistry and bit of physics too. Let me share an instance with you what happened. We were taught about some experiments, some theoretical experiments, and the lecturer was like, this experiment has got 3 conditions. First, it has to be done by human, that's cool, all experiments are done by humans. The second one was it has to be done in a vacuum, you're like, oh. The third one was it has to be done under a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius, and the whole class was like, oh. We were all looking at each other confused and trying our best to understand if it is practically possible. All the answers we could ever get was no, it's not possible. I always pondered on the thought that why do we learn all this when this is not practically possible? A human cannot be in a vacuum, and if he's in a vacuum, he's no more there to experiment anything. However, things moved on, I continued and I cleared second year. Soon after clearing, the third day after clearing, I joined CET classes, the common entrance test. I had already paid for the classes, so I had to attend it, and it was third or probably the 4th day when I couldn't take it up anymore. I was feeling cornered in class. Not that I hated the subjects, but the very fact that I was not going to continue engineering, that stream, and all people around me were there to do engineering, so it made me feel a little aloof in the class. I gathered some guts in me, some courage in me, and I tried to call my father to tell him what's happening. I've never done that before. I didn't have so much guts that I could call up my father and tell him that I'm not interested in something and I want to leave everything and come back home. I however did, and this is how it went. With a high tone, able to hear my own breath, I was like, "Papa, aapse baat karni hai." And my father, cool, he replied, "Bolo beta." in one stretch, in one go, without any pause, because I knew if I take a pause here, I will be paused forever. I told him, पापा CET क्लासेस में से अटेंड नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ मैं, एग्जाम्स खत्म होते ही क्लासेस शुरू हो गई है, दिमाग खराब हो गया, दिमाग का दही हो गया है, इंजीनियरिंग ऐसे भी नहीं करने वाला हूँ, तो मैं आज के आज ही घर आ रहा हूँ. And to my surprise, my father laughed. He more than just laughed. He was like, नहीं करना है ना, मत करा जा घर पे आराम से. And I bursted into happiness. The same day I went back home, met my cousins, my neighbors, and the day got over. The very next day came home a friend of mine, a best friend of mine. His name, he's also got this amazing name, Manish. He came home to see me as he was leaving to Bangalore the same night. He was heading to Bangalore for CET classes. And I was little sad inside because just yesterday I had come home and today my best friend is leaving to Bangalore. It was in the next 4 hours that I asked him if I could join him to Bangalore, got a positive response. Asked my parents if I could be in Bangalore for 2 months for CET classes, got a positive response. Asked my sister, got pampered, booked tickets which were then available, packed luggage, and there I was in the train. All this happened in 4 hours. This was the quickest decisions of my life ever and probably by far the best decisions I could have ever taken. All I knew when I boarded the train was full form of CA and CPT. And I was okay with it because I was anyway going to know about it more when I come to Bangalore. I landed in Bangalore and then the first shocker of my life came when I realized I was one among the 400 science students in the batch. I was a little shocked. But I had great mentors to level me up and I cleared CPT with 111 marks. After CPT, I told one thing to myself. I told, boss, you're not a genius. You're not some Einstein or something. Your fellow friends have learned accounts for 2 years and 2 months and you have learned accounts only for 2 months. So I was little doubtful on my basics. So I took a gap, I took off for 6 months and developed my basics. I made my foundation on it and came to Bangalore back with a bang after 6 months for IPCC. I again joined SICASA classes only to meet some amazing teachers there and things went well. I made good friends there and I cleared IPCC with 423 marks in one go. After IPCC was the time for articleship. So now I talk about now. That was then, I talk about now, right? So I joined a firm by name Guru Anjana here in Bangalore, Baswangudi. And this firm has offered me a unique combination of spirituality, punctuality, time and values for which I'll never be able to pay them for the takeaways what I got from Guru Anjana. I was initially into corporate outsource team and later moved into audit team. I've done audits like stat, internal, compliance, stock and all that. And I've also been to places like Pune, Pondicherry for audits. And Pune, Pondicherry for audits, and currently I am into direct and indirect taxes. Talking about my pen, my attempt is due in November this year and I look forward to have a great attempt. Preparedness, I've started my preparations but I have to catch up with the pace what I'm looking for from myself. And post-qualification plans, I have million zillion plans, but not even a single plan is so cooked that I could serve you guys in this speech of mine. Long term, I see myself working in my hometown with my parents, staying with my parents because I've had it enough staying away from them. I've stayed away from them for nearly 5 years. Finally, instead of concluding my speech, I would like to convey a message to you guys. All these 21 years of my life, one thing I've understood, and I've best understood it. All the questions we ever come across in life has an answer. If not many answers, at least one, but it does have an answer. Be consistent, be calm and look for that answer and you will be there. Wishing you all the very best for your exams and the speeches to follow on. Thank you.
Well, one thing I noted in the speech was you got 423 marks in IPT. I think I'll take 2-3 attempts to get that mark combined. I don't know, these people from science are, I don't know how, I have my cousin, he's of the same age, and I cleared CPT, IPCC November, after taking so many attempts. I don't think my fingers will be enough for me to count attempts. And there's this guy, randomly takes up commerce, randomly takes up CA, and gets done everything in the first attempt. And I'm being looked at as, look at him, he's taken science, you've been in commerce, and you're not able to do it. So I wonder, these people from science, maybe because of the base they have, but well, congrats and all the best for the final. Next up is one of his close friends whom Manish apparently pulled to the SICASA forum. He's Mr. Kamesh Kothari, and one thing noticeable was when I spoke to him, he said, "Bro, Kannadiga by heart, RCB, Virat Kohli." And I was like, "Bro." He's a very passionate cricket follower. He loves bhel puri over masala puri, very strange. I think we are different that way. And he loves sleeping. I love sleeping. So the rest is not on the list.
Hello everyone. I can't see smiles. Please smile. It's a happy morning. Everyone should smile. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Yeah. So the topic for the today for me was introduction. So just thinking, how do I introduce myself? What do I do to make it interesting? Everyone talks about yourself. Everyone will be just like, I'm this and that. I do this. I like this. But then one thing I know that only when you make something interesting, people remember it. So I was just looking around some pages and I was going through some articles, and I happened to come across a Make in India campaign. Everyone know about it, right? Make in India campaign, the wholesome Make in India campaign. And I read a lot of stuff about Make in India campaign. I see we going on Mars. We are blooming in automation. We are blooming in telecom industry. And there I thought, okay, this is Make in India. So hi everyone, hello, happy morning. Allow me to introduce you a Made in India product, a Make in India product, Kamesh and Jane. Let me talk about the history of this product. The manufacturing units of this product hails from Rajasthan. Though the product is being nurtured and manufactured in the whole and soul of Bangalore, but then talking about the product more, I would like to tell the product is an aspiring CA. He is an aspiring leader. He loves talking. He is an aspiring speaker as well. And I was just reading a lot, like how do I introduce myself, what do I talk. Then I happened to see a launch of a product. So I see people usually point out their USP, sorry. So unique selling points. I have a lot of unique selling points. To start off with, I'm a good team player. The product is a very good team player. It plays very well with the team. The product likes to lead. What else? Yes. The product loves dancing. Talking about the interest of the product loves dancing, and as well as it loves mingling. Mingling in the sense, mingling is not the right word. I like socializing. I can make new friends very easily. It doesn't take me time to mingle with people. And to talk about achievements, not achievements, but I feel I have done something good in life. I have been a topper since school, and I was awarded the best outgoing student from school as well as in college. In college, I had around 2,000 people from commerce background, and I was awarded the best outgoing student of the college, as well as I have taken part in almost all competitions held by college. I have been an active member of the cultural forum of Jain College. Okay, sorry, I did not tell you that. Okay, I have done my college from Jain College and my schooling from St. Catherine High School. This is Bangalore. To talk more about myself, I have done my articleship in Guru and Jana. Guru and Jana has given me everything what I actually needed for. There was a lot of thing when I was joining Guru and Jana, but then when I actually joined the firm, I got to know that, come on, there is so much else I have to achieve in life. I have done internal audits, I have done stat audits, I have done tax audits, I have done many things in articleship. I have even presented my partner with presentations at different levels, and I have been his navigator for all his presentations. To talk more, I didn't know Manish would prepare so well, I don't know. I didn't prepare that well, but then his speech just pumped me up. I don't know, I was not supposed to speak so much, but then I'm just talking. Okay. What else do I tell? Okay, joining. Yeah, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, sorry. So to talk more, I would like to tell that the product, the product. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I like to conclude that the product updates itself. It likes to keep updating itself, and you can give away the feedback at the customer's support end. And thank you.
I'm never taking over there. Okay, the product spoke well, right? Next up is somebody I personally love to invite, or I would take pride in inviting, not because he's a very flamboyant speaker, or not because he's somebody who's an out and out speaker, but because he is there despite knowing his shortcomings. I think shortcomings is the wrong word, but despite knowing his shortcomings, he's there. And it requires a lot of courage for you to not know English that well, to be not that fluent in English and still come and give a prepared speech too. He's done with his introduction and he's going to speak on why and how CA. So I give the days to Mr. Avinash from
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Once again, I am introducing myself. I am Avinash from Shimoga. Why I choose CA is important for me. Any single reason is take a long decision, right? So I am talking why I take or I choose this CA. Firstly, I am coming from middle class family, so I want to set up my family in a position. That purpose I take CA, choose CA. Then and surrounding someone are challenging like Sorabian people. Sorab people are called Sorabian people, right? So Sorabian people are poor backgrounded and they are not well in communication. So we are not comfortable to do CA like that. He said, but he is also a Sorabian. He doing CA. How he said, I don't know. So that purpose, I want to become a CA. Why it is why I can do it? Why I can't do it? I will also do it. I will show him in next 3-4 years. Then I introduce him. Sorry, someone are asking me, what are you doing next when your BCom is completed? Then I said I want to become a CA, so I want to choose CA. They said like that, oh, good, all the best, like that. That irritating. He can't do this. They are thinking, but I am thinking, I do this. That is more inspiring. One confidence, like replay. Our replay is more comfortable. That what he said means. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರು ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು CA ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, nobody can take CA in my village, so I am the first higher education. I am first take CA, so it is more energy for me. Then in surrounding, in neighbor villages, so many people are choose a CA. They are all successful. Why can't we do like that? Then this one, CA is a less cost course, but I said my father. My father asked when I complete become what are you doing next? Then I said I don't say I do CA. Why? Because my family background is not well, so that it will heavy cost. So that then I said cost wise. First M.Com is on 40,000, around 40,000 is there, and MBA 280, CA is around 4 lakh, like that. Then I don't want to go to MBA, I want to go to CA or M.Com, like that I said. Then hey, CA is not a cost. I know that they are giving 6,000 in articles. I don't know this much. My parents know this one, so I want to do CA, right? So it's on that time sufficient. And my friends are suggested me. I ask them. I don't know, like ನನಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. They are said like that. Hey, everyone can do, yeah. Why can't you do also like that? Like corruption. You know, corruption in rural areas, corruption is heavy. Corruption is there. So I want to reduce that corruption. CA is best. When I go to that position, I will ask everything in a right manner. When we ask when we ask a common man, they are not giving sufficient answer to us.
Well, taking about the linguistic barrier he had, I think he connected to me as an audience. He made my heart touch. I think that's the quality of the speaker. And up next is somebody who likes masala dosa over plain dosa and masala puri over bel puri. So basically, she loves a lot of masala in her life, right? And when I asked her why CA, she loves tax and auditing. I think I took 4 attempts for clearing those two. No, tax and auditing, her favorite subjects. And one thing I didn't like very much is that she likes basketball over cricket. Okay, I like basketball, but why don't you like cricket? How can you not like cricket? She said it's boring. So there is lunch time, so I can speak to her. My Life in 7 Minutes by Miss Mary Asha. You have written Mr. Mary Asha in the agenda. So Miss Mary Asha.
Remember those days, all you would do is sit in a pitch dark place, okay, and you have no idea where the hell you are. Can anyone guess what I'm talking about? Not exactly. It's the mom's ink. Namaste to everyone present here. Myself, Mary Asha, standing before you to give a brief introduction about myself. I was born on 21st April 1992. To a beautiful woman, my mom. Her name is Mary Shalini. She is a lovely person, you know. She's a very sweet person in nature. But there is just one thing that always annoys her whenever I do that. Can anyone guess? Let me tell you. That is when my room is dirty. I'm sure all of you would have noticed this, right? Moms are too obsessed with cleaning, right? So yeah, but she's really sweet person. I'm very close to her. Always as a child, I always used to imagine how my birth would have been. So let me just illustrate and show you. Suppose I'd come out of my mom's womb. I'm like, yes, finally I did it. I'm in the world, like as though I did one big achievement, okay? I'm like, yes, yes. Then after 50 minutes, I get a hard kick on my butt. I turn around and see, that's my little sister. She's trying to tell me, you're not the only one who's going to get all the attention from mom and dad, are you? Like this. So yeah, I have a twin sister. Her name is Mary Usha. She's currently doing her MBA in finance and she's working as well. Talking about my dad, as Ramya has already told, dads are our heroes. For girls, dad is our hero and I'm his baby girl. So he had this Bajaj scooter, okay, now he doesn't have because I'm grown, I can't sit in front, that's how it was before. So he had Bajaj scooter, I'm sure most of you would have seen. So doesn't it look like a swan with two, seats on it? That's how I look at it. So yeah, it was lovely days in childhood. I used to sit in the front as though I'm the headlight, wherever dad turns, turn this side, turn that side. So it was lovely days. I still miss those. I still tell my dad, why did you even sell it? It was too good. And let me guys ask you one question, okay? What do you think is the most annoying question anybody can ask you? Can anyone?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I know. As a CA, I shouldn't be asking that. So everyone would have, experienced this. But there is one annoying question I hear from everybody. Okay?
Which college?
No, I'll tell you. I think after I tell this, most of you can relate to me. What's your name? Yeah. See. Suppose Egyan is my friend. Okay, I know him for almost 10 years. This is what happens in my life. I'll just tell you. Now, Egyan has not met me for 2 years because he is very busy with his girlfriend, suppose. So, he plans to meet me, he comes and he doesn't even greet me, okay? That's the worst part. He looks at my face, says, oh my god, Asha, what happened to your face? So much of pimples, that's the annoying question I always hear from everyone. Seriously, like guys, please don't ask that question. Only guys, only people who have acne can know this, like seriously. So this is what I reply to my friend, okay, suppose him. I'll be like, thank you so much for enlightening me, like because I haven't seen my face for almost 10 years. Seriously, that's what I reply. So yeah, moving ahead, let me tell you one more incident that happened in when I was writing my IPCC ITSM subject, okay, that was the last paper. So I got my paper, okay, I saw for 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, so Asha, when do you think you'll be taking your next exam leave? That's what popped into my head. I was blank looking at the paper. I looked at my right, there was this girl, she saw me, okay, and she's like, she said this, I'm like, so after 1.5 hours, she wrote her exam, she left. I was there for 3 hours, even though I didn't know, I badly wanted to clear this because it was my 3rd attempt and I don't, mind telling it. CA has taught me what failure is, seriously. So I wrote my exam for 3 hours and I came out of my exam. My dad was there as usual. He came and he's like, how was the exam? Oh my god, that's not how he sounds. So yeah, he asked me how was the exam. I'm like, it was easy, Papa. I think I'll clear. I told this. And for 5 seconds there was a silence. He looked at me again and he said, but the girl next to you told you will fail. How in the world can she say this to my dad? Like, luckily that was the last exam, okay? If she had come next day, I don't know how many golden words I would have used on her, like seriously. So, and also that was the longest journey I had from institute, exam center till my home. See, it was as though I'm going to the funeral. With my dad, I'm sitting, I didn't know what to speak. It was almost like 2 hours journey, though it was just 20 minutes journey. So here I am today as a CA final student. I'm very happy and my parents are really proud of me, and I'm eagerly waiting to be part of CA Institute. I'm sure I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Failures can teach you a lot, right? For all of you who cleared the first attempt, we are better. You know something more. That is, come out of failure and achieve the success. That's a beautiful feeling in itself. Because you're low and when you go high, it's a completely different high altogether. And just before introducing the next speaker, there's this famous thing going on Facebook and Instagram these days. After CA exams, CS and doctors become one. Because both of them say, we have tried our best, the results are kala. Right? Up next is the president of the forum. She's already spoken to you. Well, pretty much the same as Mary Asha. She likes masala dosa and masala puri. So I don't know, maybe women love masala in their life, right? Both of you love masalas in their life. And you said you like Indian formals or Western formals, but you're wearing Western formals today. Okay, fine. Favorite actor Amir Khan and favorite actress is Kareena. Well, it's all ours. Yes, all the best.
So well, I had prepared something for today. Well, I'm Ramya, by the way. But the thing is, Mary Asha, she started what I really wanted to start. Actually, I wanted to start like how a baby is introduced, even without a name, right? So she is introduced to she or him is introduced to the world with their relation with their parents, right? So I'm Ramya Biar, B stands for B.S. Asha and R stands for Ramesh. So basically B doesn't stand for B.S. Asha, but I'm my mother's daughter. So I want to dedicate B as B.S. Asha. So my dad, father, of course I said father is a hero to everyone, and my dad is as well a hero to me, and he has given me everything that he could give. Like beyond his limitations, he has done for me. Like if I said I want science, he has given me science, and if I said I want commerce, he has also given me the commerce. Like he just gives me everything, whatever I want, no matter what is remaining in his hand. So my father, there's a deep connection between me and my father which can't be explained in words. Probably every daughter and a father would have that relationship. So, well, my mom, she loves me a lot. Anyways, mother's love can't be explained in words again. So, when I look at her, I'll be like jealous. I can't be like her at any time. Like, even in future when I go to her situation, I just can't do so many things she does for me. Like, she's exceptionally good, and she's like teacher to me. I want to learn so many things being a girl from my mother. And yes, I want to tell about my father and mother first because I really don't want to miss it at all, because my life started with them. And they are two pillars of my life, and they support me every time, like no matter how hard the situation is. So well, actually I can relate to Manish because Manish's life and my life is almost same, because he's also from science background and I'm also from science background. So yes, I didn't take a B because I didn't like it at all. So I felt it's better to sit at home instead of going to B college. Why I felt this? Because in chemistry exam, when I was writing chemistry exam, so okay, I can tell a day before chemistry exam, I felt so bad that I called my mom. I started crying. Mom, I really don't want to write at all. Then she, from Doddaballapur, basically I'm from Doddaballapur, but I was staying in Bangalore. So basically from Doddaballapur, my mom, my dad, both of them came a day before chemistry exam. They consoled me so much and they said, you can do it, just finish it off. If you don't want to do science, it's okay, they said. And yes, from 10th I was writing CA as my dream or goal in all slam books. But then I took up science because yes, I scored very well. I mean, I was the topper of my school. So everyone suggested me to take a CA. To take up science. So why it happened was my dad's friend's daughter was doing CA and she couldn't just get it done. So he suggested my dad also that taking CA is very difficult for girls and completing it is like dream, that's all. So it never completes, he said. So my dad wanted to protect me as well. So he also suggested that you can take science over commerce. And then, well, I came to commerce. There should be a bridge from science to commerce, right? So all I got a bridge as my friend, that is Nikhil Sonigra. So he's like one of the best friends I ever had. I'm lucky to have him because I'm here because of him. So he told me, Ramya, even science students can do CA. So he suggested me that if your dream is CA, then just come out of science and start your career in CA. So I want to thank him. So I always thank him anyways. But yes, even here I want to thank him because I'm here because he told me to join the SICASA speaking forum. So he'll be joining in 2-3 weeks. And then yes, my CPT went well. I have a lot of beautiful moments in CA. That moment when I passed CPT and the head of JK, that is Mohan sir, called me and told that you have done, like you passed your CPT and you're the topper of Southern branch. I was like flying. So being a science student and then becoming a topper in CPT is just a great moment for me. And then I come to IPCC, and then balance sheet, and then profit and loss, which I've never done at all, and then just within 1 minute they're like this going on doing. I'm not able to concentrate on what is going on, and I'm not even able to write whatever the sir was teaching me. I just stopped myself, Ramya, stop here. Stop and then do one thing. You can't concentrate on writing as well as understanding. So I stopped writing. Literally, I stopped writing in classes. I just started listening to the page sir. I went to him. I even cried in front of him that sir, it's not happening to me. I just can't make out whatever you're doing. Then he said me, never get fear. Like you should not be scared that you're from science. Look at me, even I'm a science student, he told. Then I got a little confidence, and then every day I started working accounts. Every day, I will like balance sheet. It never used to tally for me, and a day came like when I used to tally the balance sheet. I was the most amazing feeling for me. And yes, I cleared IPCC in first term, all because of Mohan sir, I could say, because I thought of quitting one group and just concentrating on one group. Then he told me, Ramya, you never do that. So you have the ability and you can do it. So only because of him I took both the groups, and thank God I got it done. So yes, this is my CA journey, and now I'm at Guru Anjana, and yes, I'm happy and I'm lucky to be there. I was in indirect tax, and I had great seniors like Sumant and all who are exceptionally good. Like I can just learn from them so much, that especially being a human is very important, though you are a senior. So I think right now in audit also I have a good manager called Piyush, and I just love the way he treats people. Like even for an article, he treats like that person is actually equal to him. He's so great actually. So all I want to, my dreams actually started, I started dreaming that yes, I want to become like Piyush. Maybe it's possible or minority, I don't know, but I really want to become a person like him, because being a human being, more than a senior or more than whatever it is very important. And I read a quote in Hike actually. It says that, follow your dreams and they know the path. Exactly. So you should follow your dreams and they know the path. So that's what I'm doing. I'm following my dream, and I guess my dreams know the path. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Nikhil, Piyush and Sumant, you're on YouTube, man. You can go watch the video, your name will be on YouTube because Ramya has spoken about you. on the forum. Well, before we break for tea, just one thing, I don't know why. Daughters, I am my father's daughter and that and this. I am also my father's son. Sir is such a proud son of his father. I don't know, the cliche that these days, or not these days, the cliche that, fathers are more attached towards daughters and mothers are attached more to, I don't know why. I don't know where the concept comes from. When I heard the song Appa I Love You Prof from Kannada movie, it touched me as well. So it happens to everybody. I don't know why that cliche is going around these days. So before we move to the table topic session, we break for tea. It's the CA. And Mary Asha, everybody enjoy their upbeat on coffee. I've been asked to brief about the rule keepers for the day. That's the grammarian in Saya Nupriya. She's going to correct any grammatical errors or the pronunciations, or she's even going to note the good usage of words and sentences. Then we have the timer, Komala, and the listener in Avinash. The listener is going to catch a few catchy phrases or quotes or important dates, and then try and ask you to test how good a listener you were. Right? Okay. Now, after the prepared speeches, sorry, that was pretty perfect. After the prepared speeches, we have Mr. Manish. Where is Manish? Okay. I had to hand over the stage to him. He's out, so I'm going to wait for him. So, where is he?
I want to try to get some key.
Okay, meanwhile, Yajna wants to just have a conversation with you.
Gurucharan sir. I have one more friend group, sir. And he came here also one day, but then he didn't show up. I thought I would share this at the end, but since Manish is not here, Manish came
Waiting for the
but
pointer. Waiting for the pointer to present the presentation.
Oh, fine. So until he makes the arrangement, let me just share a few things with you. We SICASA Bangalore has started this e-newsletter. We started it from February month. So February, March, and month e-newsletters are there at Bangalore ICA website. So I don't know how many of you have gone through it. But there we seek articles from students like you, so that articles which are related to any field of commerce, finance, or any chartered accountancy, business related, anything. So if you are really interested, you can write those articles and send us across to me, so that we'll see if it can be published in the newsletter. Because I request you to disseminate this information about the newsletter to your friends, so that they also can see it. They can update themselves in one way, and if they are interested to contribute, they can even contribute the articles. So now I'd like to call upon the stage Mr. Manish to start the butterfly session.
It's visible properly.
Can you just come to the end of this thing? Come little this side, no?
No, this way. I'll come in.
That is coming correctly.
Thank you. Happy morning, guys. I'm back again, and now not to introduce myself, but to take over the butterfly session. So we have this butterfly session where I'll give a topic and you have to come and speak over it. This is more like an impromptu where I'll give a topic and you'll have very less time to prepare. Say about a minute or a half of a minute. So what I'll do next is I'll show you a slide where there's a question or a topic, and I'll talk a few words on it. You will have some time, say till the time I talk, you'll have about half a minute to think over it, and then one of you can raise hands and come over here and present the topic. And in case nobody raises their hand, I'll have to forcefully call someone on the stage and they'll have to present over it. Okay, let's start.
It's already
Not sure why it's not working. Yeah. The first topic. To start with, let's start my favorite startup. We all know this is an era of startup. Startup India and Stand Up India is one of the famous campaigns running in India today, started by our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi sir. And I would like to hear one of you here to come over the stage and talk a few words on it. Anybody volunteer? Preferably the people who have not spoken till now. My favorite startup. Be it anything, Paytm, Amazon, Flipkart, anything you can talk about. Okay, I'll have to call someone. And can I have Komala KT on stage, please?
Thank you. As you know, I'm Komala KT. Okay, as for the topic, startup. Nowadays, Bangalore become the #1 place in startups. And Paytm played very good role when the demonetization happened, and it was useful for everybody. And like Zomato, so many startups are there. Or Flipkart, Zomato. Now Paytm is playing a good role, and it helped during the demonetization. Starting, they were not charging any service prices. Now there is charging, and yeah, this shows India is growing economically and technically. It's a good opportunity for, you can say it's a good opportunity for engineering students who may have good knowledge and they may not get job opportunities. As we are seeing, so many engineers are unemployed, they can start these startups. So, I can say startup playing an important role nowadays. Thank you.
Can I talk on this?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so my favorite startup. I see this topic, I saw this topic for the first time when I was at GMCS with him, and he came up with the same slide wherein I saw startups. Okay, to talk about startups, there are many startups to talk on, be it Flipkart, be it Amazon, be it Swiggy, be it Ola, Uber, all these are startup. Who would have thought about startup? Like, who would have thought shopping everything from home? Who would have thought? Nobody. It wouldn't have been imagined that this can happen, but then it happened with Flipkart coming in and taking up this e-commerce website. It is just growing amazingly well. You would have all got to know about Flipkart's recent venture that eBay India has merged with Flipkart. Flipkart has not only taken eBay India, it has taken Japan, it has also taken Myntra with it, and its most the best competitor or competitor that it has is Amazon. Amazon usually started only with books, but then it was Flipkart who brought the whole era of shopping, everything online, be it a needle, be it from the needle to the washing machine or to the biggest car you can ever imagine, everything is available. So it's just of startup. I feel my favorite my favorite startup was Swiggy, because it is related to my friend again. He had worked on it. It was our accounting client. So to talk and hear more and more about it, we always used to, if anything, if we are just ordering on something on Swiggy, and if it doesn't come up, I call up him, boss, where is it? Go get it. So I used to talk about this very often to him. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamesh. Can we have the next slide? Perseverance is the only key to success. The word of day is perseverance. Perseverance says persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So we all know there are only 4 things we require to get success. That is CDSE. If you are a Raja student, you would connect with this. Consistent, directed, self-motivated efforts is all required for success. I would like someone from you to come over here and talk a few words on it. Anyone? Probably I have to call again. So can we have Sushma Gauresh on the stage, please?
Good morning, one and all. I would like to tell about the perseverance is only key to success. Perseverance, I didn't get the name, but what I understood I will tell. Perseverance means doing something which has difficult or not. I have a hobby to serve people. So when I wanted to do, the people are demotivating us. So I joined an NGO and I worked there. It was so difficult to manage a people, and it's delayed my work also. But finally I did it. I joined an NGO called LEAD. It is basically from Hubli, and nothing more I don't know about the perseverance. I will talk about that in another one.
Thank you, Sushma.
Explain about it and then
Okay, yeah. Sushma, you want me to explain this word?
Yes.
Okay, perseverance is doing something consistently. To give a very weird example, say somebody didn't clear CA. So only his perseverance, only his hard work, only his willingness to do that will let him stay in the field. So if he gives up, then he's out. Only if he tries, he thinks that no, I'm not going to give up. Like the potato story what Yagya shared. He has to be consistent. He has to be self-motivated to be on the stage. So would you like to talk now? Or let me give you another topic. Next slide, please. Before this, let me tell you one thing. The timings for this is 2 minutes. Starting from 1 minute, minimum you will have to talk for 1 minute, and the timers are 1.5 and 2 minutes. So yeah. The next topic is get off the screens to program your life. Gadgets, gadgets and gadgets everywhere. Starting from your Fitbit to phone to television to laptops to projectors, everywhere you have gadgets. Sometimes in life you'll have to go offline to stay online for a longer time. Let's hear from one of you over this topic, and I would like to hear Sushma again.
Hi one and all. This is the topic I got. I love mobile. So usually I got my mobile at the age of 18 when I was doing my degree. That time I don't know about that what it is and all. When I got my WhatsApp, when I got my WhatsApp, no, that time I used to watch every day, every now and then. Now I am doing my CA, so I sometimes I have to go online, offline. So my friends are scolding me that that time you are every time you are in online. Now why are you not replying me? So it is habituated us. So it is we have to control our gadget, because if it is more than that, we can't concentrate our studies. It is not only a mobile, laptop also, some gadget, all other gadget also. We have to concentrate our studies also. For entertainment purpose, we have to use our gadget, not for a whole day or whatever. For study or a motive is first, afterwards some entertainment. So thank you.
Thank you, Sushma. Next topic. If I were to define positivity, we all have this knack of defining things in our own way, and we are brilliant at it. So this is a chance for you to define your own positivity to 20 of us. Anyone who likes to come over stage and talk? Please pick the opportunities. It's better if you yourself come over the stage. Yeah, please. Avinash.
Positivity in our life. Positivity means we are doing like this, past, present and future, right? We are now in present. What is past? What is future? What we are the past, that when we are sitting like this, what we did in past, right? We did anything in past positively. Now we are getting that positive point, and what we are doing now, it will help to future. It may be tomorrow also, or next week. When I come to this forum, on that day I am hesitating to talk, right? But I supposed to come this stage. That is positive. When I go to stage, then I will next week I will definitely something I will do like that. So positive activity. Okay. Thank you.
Avinash, I really appreciate his effort to come over here and talk, and I do agree with Guru when he said he's the best at connecting ourselves. He forces us to connect to himself. Talking about the next topic, if I were the president of ICI, I have chosen topics from various walks of life, and we all have this ifs and buts where we think if I was this, I would do this, if I was Prime Minister, I would do this and all. So here's a chance for you to become a president of ICI for 2 minutes, like Anil Kapoor became CM for a day. So here's a chance for you to talk as a president for 2 minutes. Come share your ideas with us. Yes, please. Can we hear it for I
This has been a dream which I've been discussing with my parents often. I would say that I see myself as the president of ICI, and it's something which it's a dream for me. And if I would be the president of the ICI for a day. For 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, now, okay. My dear students, I am the president, and being a president, it means that I would be a CA qualified, and CA Mupala Sai Anupriya would be the president of ICI, addressing the students. students or fellow chartered accountants, what I would do as a CA president is first, it's not that CA profession is lacking behind. It's that it needs more improvement. Improvement in terms of internationality. How? You see ACCA, CPA, it's like the trend has changed. Now people say, I want to do ACCA and CPA because of more employability options. You can go abroad and work. It's that we are not getting recognition abroad. It's because we are not, our syllabus, it's not that our syllabus is not up to the mark or outdated. It just means that it needs a little more updation. We have to be a part of the world. It's just that we are still somewhere behind. We are not actually meeting what the industry wants from us. So I would want to make this change and make CA should be one. There shouldn't be like Australian CA, this CA, American CA. It should be there should be just one thing, chartered accountant, and wherever you go in this world, the signature gets the same value you get in one country. That's what is my dream as president. I mean, this is what I want to do if I become the president of the ICR. Thank you.
Thanks, Anupriya. Very well put. And wish you all the very best for your exams so that you will soon become a president. Going to our next topic. Next topic, please. Thank God my dog is not a human. So I read this article in Facebook. There's a girl who shares a story and she thanks her dog for being a dog. She tells how her dog is different from a human. So it was amazing. I invested around 10 to 12 minutes in it and it was worth of it. So I would like one of you to throw some light on it. Anybody? Okay, let's hear it from Guru.
I was basically holding myself back because I wanted new people to speak, but this topic just couldn't. I couldn't resist it because I have a dog at home. Yesterday my father came home at 12, and I was deep asleep. But I hear that our dog didn't even sleep for a minute, and once it by mistake bit my young brother, my niece. And before even we scolding it or hitting it or anything, it realized that it had done something wrong. And believe it or not, the whole day it did not have anything. It was not that we didn't give it anything, it did not have anything. And there's this very nice thing about my dog, you know. Irrespective of how my day has gone, irrespective of whether I'm a chartered IPCC pass or irrespective of where I am, what I am from, it comes, it jumps on me, it licks me, and it loves to love me. It loves to love me. I think that's why I think thank God my dog is not a human, because you know I love after CA pass malapa, that malapa, but my dog just wants love. And I've read this so many times that dog is the only creature on earth that loves its owner more than it loves itself. How many of you have seen the movie Hachiko Dog Story? If not, please go watch it. Please go watch it because it sums up what a dog is. And how many of you have pets here? How many of you have pets? Oh, okay. Please go adopt a dog. Don't buy dogs. Adopt a dog. Your life will be that inch happier. Thank you.
Thanks, Guru. I thought he was so waiting to talk about a dog. It was like, I'll come if nobody else comes and all. So, talking about the next topic, demonetization. We're not here to discuss the politics part of it because we're not allowed to do it. And what I want to know from you is, what was your first reaction when you got to know about this? My reaction, I was in a class when this happened. It was around 8:30. I had my classes, evening classes. And it was a mess in class when people started telling that this has happened. Nobody actually believed it. So I want to know how it was for you to know that a Prime Minister has taken the boldest step ever in his life, ever in the Indian independent history. Anybody please? Yeah, please. Can we hear it for someone?
Good morning, attendants. I want to speak about demonetization. I think November 7th, demonetization. I was my roommate, she is my colleague, one of my colleagues in office. Her marriage was there, Madanpalli. So we all planned, and after finishing the office, we were in TT. We were going almost 2 to 3 hours back. Last 1 hour is there for Madanpalli. I got call from my home. Where are you, like that? I'm here, dad, like that. I don't. That time my dad told how much money you have. First he asked for me. Why that what happened? No, 2000s and 1000s and 100 notes are banned now. I was shocked. What? Suddenly my reaction was, I got seriously you are telling. Yeah, if you have 500 and 1000 notes means go and give back to bank like that. Where I should go? I'm in cab now, I can't go. Like that I told. That time I didn't believe. Again I asked my brother. I called to my brother and asked what's going to happen. He called and told like, in news Modi announced like this, demonetization, 500 and 1000 notes banned. So when I told my colleagues, we all are got shocked because all have 500 and 1000 notes. Next day marriage, we didn't get till of purchase gift also. All that after going there, we can give her like that, they thought. After going there, we all morning got ready and we were searching how much money we have, hundreds like that. Almost with me 400 only. In that only 15 days we have to maintain. 10 rupees, 15 rupees. That time we came to know the value of single rupee also. It was like for 10 to 15 days it was like hell how to manage without the money. That time I came to know the single rupee of the value of the money. Thank you.
Thank you, Soumya. It's true that we all got to know the value of money only when it got demonetized. We did have some notes, and then we realized, oh, I have 1000 rupees note, but it's of no use today. So let's go to the next topic now. This is one of my favorite topics. Own a Mercedes to drive it or sit in the back seat and relax. We often try to reach the cliff and we forget why did we start climbing. So there is a person here who has earned enough money in his life and now is confused. He's got a Mercedes, some nice Mercedes, and he's hired a driver to drive the Mercedes. One day, sitting in the back seat, he thinks, I've worked all along, all this way to own a Mercedes and give it to a driver to drive, or I wanted to drive the Mercedes. So I want one of you to share some thoughts on it. Anybody who is not spoken? Can we have Dhruv on stage, please?
Okay, own a Mercedes or drive a Mercedes. Own a Mercedes, drive it or sit in the back seat. So I don't know. I think she knows. I'm a motorsport fan. I've told her. And it's my dream to own a Mercedes or any big automobile. I have mixed reviews about this. I think I would drive it in the weekends and let the driver drive on the weekdays, because there is a lot of traffic in Bangalore. You don't want to be driving a Mercedes all by your own on the weekends, because I travel in a bike and yet it takes me 25 to 30 minutes to travel 7 kilometers. From Mysore Road, from my house to my office, it takes me 25 to 30 minutes, and that is the minimum. Sometimes it takes me 1.5 hours. There is so much of traffic, and if you get stuck there in a Mercedes, your heart will be in your mouth because it's a Mercedes. If somebody comes and hits your Mercedes, then you need to take some steps and fight with that guy and whatever. There is a driver, you can blame it on the driver. Why do you drive like this? So that's why when you are rich, you can do all this sorts of nonsensical things. But that is my view, that I would drive the Mercedes on the weekends and give it to a driver on the weekdays. Thank you.
Thanks, Dhruv. So we all know probably Bangalore is one of the famous cities for traffic, and rightly said, we drive it on weekdays and weekends, and weekdays we would give it to our drivers. So moving on to the next topic, I'm into a relationship with tea, chai. India runs on chai is a famous tagline of chai time, right? So we all have some place for it in our life. No Kit Kat shake or your Oreo shake or chocolate shake can ever take over tea. So for all the tea lovers here, anybody if voluntarily wants to come up and speak? Okay, can we hear it for? Yes, please.
First of all, I need to say, all of us, my name is Sheshavi. I don't want to like the chai, but I need to improve my natural life. Better to drink water. That is the naturally we are what we need to in future. That is better for our health also. Drink water is better. That is a little bit hot water. It is better, I think, in morning. First of all, what they are saying into a relationship with tea or chai. Chai, first of all, is okay. Naturally, they are saying made to drink better to chai. It's okay. Some people are so much interest is taking sometimes. If morning, afternoon, after that food or before food they are drinking. So first of all, the Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi also selling some teas in first when he not become a Pradhan Mantri or a CM. He has a good person. They're selling in a degradation tea, chai that and does make. But now the present situation, one person when they sell tea or chai, now one India's president of Prime Minister of a CM is a Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi is a good person in India. That I need to become a one good person. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheshati. Moving on to the next topic. We grow with our thoughts and not our age. Age is just a number. We all know this, and you can obviously bet your success on your thoughts but not on your age. So let us know why. So seeing the list, Jaya Kumari Gadaria is there. Let's go.
It's right. We grow with our thoughts and not by our age.
So how I miss my school days? Actually, I don't remember missing them, frankly. Didn't do anything interesting in my school life. But anyhow, let me share a few points from my school life. I did my schooling in a remote village, but that was an English boarding school, so got the opportunity to be in English school. Despite that, they used to tell us to speak in English, we used to speak in Nepali only. So I don't know if it would have happened with your life also. Because at that point of time we didn't realize how important English was. So that was mischievous part of it, but later on suddenly, even till the 10th actually we didn't realize we have to speak in English. They used to force us, but now I realize that I missed a lot. I did something which I cannot amend now. I can go ahead and improve myself, that's all I can do it. My school life was quite fun, though I was not the kind of guy who used to mingle with each and everybody, but I had my own circle of friends. So we used to just play some games and all those things was there. Apart from that, funny thing you can find in my school life, which I can never forget, is like I used to do my homeworks and all in school life. And I used to be the first one to go to school. 9 o'clock I come for the school. It starts at 10 o'clock generally. Then I used to start doing my homework there. In the half time also, I used to sit and do my homework. The reason is, when I came my home, I had to go and watch the television or play with my computer. I was a huge anime fan. That time I didn't knew the word anime, but I used to watch them. So that's how the school life went. Overall, it was good, is what I can say. Nothing much interesting to share with you. Thank you.
Thanks, Vidya. We have a bonus topic now, the last topic for the day. So anybody interested here can come and talk over it. Laughter is the best medicine. I don't have to introduce this topic, it's self-explanatory. Anybody?
hormones which releases in your body, which actually gives you energy, which actually repairs your damaged cells and all. So when you laugh, the more you laugh, the more you live. So there are so many shows on this as well, like Kapil Sharma show. So probably all of you would have watched Kapil Sharma show. So why would people watch it? So when they want to watch something, it's not it's not so important. It's not like news or something. It's just you have to laugh. That's all. So why will people watch so much? So much like the kind of those shows. The thing is, okay, we have lot of engagements. We have lot of responsibilities. We have lot of tension, pressure, everything. We have lot of commitments in our life, but we forget to laugh. So one day, even we should not spend a day without laughing once at least. So when you watch such shows and all, you make sure you dedicate half an hour or 1 hour to that show, so that you're dedicating it to yourself, so that you laugh and you improve your health as well. So I feel yes, laughter is the best medicine, and yes, everyone should laugh. That's all.
Thanks, Rania. Nicely explained. She kind of flaunted her science knowledge also, talking about hormones and all. Well, that was it for today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would like to call the master of ceremony back on the stage. Thank you.
Very well organized table topic show, I would say. Very nicely chosen topic to speak on. Before I hand over the stage to the general inventory, just on a short note, when demonetization happened, I had no cash of 500 or 1,000 rupees. My stipend was all dried up. And I think demonetization somewhat equaled us, because even the people who are rich did not have cash, even people like me did not have cash. So it was sort of swag to say, wow, I'm cashless. I was actually cashless. People thought I am cashless. So it was very nice, I just thought I'd share that. Well, I give up on the days to see Racecourse Road sir for his comments on the prepared speeches.
Morning everyone. Good? Nice. First, let me start with the evaluations. The first thing what I noticed when I entered the hall, the sessions were started. I was waiting for a call. At least I was getting late, and I was expecting a call from the president or the person where are you? So we are getting late to start. But that did not happen. But to my amazement, when I reached here, the session got already started without the general evaluator. And yes, there are positives and negatives in that. The positive point what I could see is, you are focused on time, started on time. That's a fantastic for this one note. But on the negative side, when you invite someone and that person, for some reason, it happens, okay? You should have the courtesy to call them and just inquire about, sir, where are you, how much time it takes, and you could have extended your session maybe a minute or two. So by that time, you could have given a chance for that person to come and occupy the seat, so that you could have witnessed the event from the beginning to the end. Yes, in every positive aspect or every event, you have something to learn, either the positive or the negative. Okay. Otherwise, I really appreciate the people you took on your own and you started the session. And for that, you need a good round of applause. Please. So, I think the first speaker, the Sergeant at Arms, Yagya, right? What? Yagya. And he was speaking on some potato. Anyway, I joined in the middle. What I could understand was like it was you were talking about the potato, and the person, the farmer, was was very impatient. He was not able to wait for this whole, for a period. He was not allowing it to grow, isn't it? So yes, that is what that you brought out a very good message. What I suggest you as a sergeant at arms is, see, you are a meeting initiator. That is, you are going to initiate the meeting. You should not take the you should not speak so much that as if you are doing a prepared speech. Okay, you should take about, your time is about hardly 1 or 2 minutes. 1 minute is to set the meeting hall, then introduce the president, and then give the stage. That's it. Okay, maybe you can speak about 1 or 2 lines on the topic, on the word of the day. That's it. Nothing. You have no role to play here as a sergeant at arms. Okay, that you should understand. Otherwise, what happens if you are taking too much of time on the stage, that it will prolong it too much. See, any meeting should have a timeline, start time and the end time. If that is not there, if you don't maintain that, and it will, after some time, it will start getting low. Okay, so we should not allow that to happen. Maybe you can define the roles. Probably I will speak to the coordinators to give the message or to give a write-up on the roles. Okay. Next is MC. President Ramya. Ramya, she introduced me very fantastic. I loved the way she introduced. But actually, what I suggest you is, you are an awesome speaker, no doubt about it. But the president role, what it takes is, you as a president, you have to start the meeting first. Okay, you did not set the meeting right. Okay, you should have taken the initiative to talk about the the word of the day and the theme and the meaning, everything. Okay, with a story or with a message. Then should introduce the MC of the day. Okay, and once MC comes, it's his duty to introduce the general evaluator and other people. Okay, other role players. That did not happen. See, here, this forum is a learning place. You are coming here to learn, and there is nothing called, you do it on your own. What will happen in case if you are driving on the road? We all know that left hand, we have to travel on the left side, isn't it? What will happen on the right side? No one is coming on the right side. Okay, we take a vehicle to the right and we start moving on the right side. What will happen if someone comes on the opposite side? Isn't it? We should never ever cross the line. We should stick to the rule. We should stick to the rule book. And there should be a system, follow the system. Then only we are going to win. We want to achieve something. Here, the speakers forum, the purpose of the speakers forum is for our self-improvement. Forget about whether you are improving or not, it's not my permission. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about myself. Isn't it? You should be maybe you can call yourself as a selfish guy. Yes, you are selfish, that's why you are here. If you are not selfish, you are not here. Isn't it? You are not helping anyone here, you are not promoting anyone here, you are not motivating anyone here. You are motivating yourself. That's the reason why you are coming here and start taking the roles and speaking yourself. Okay, so you should give the MC should take the introduction of a general evaluator and see that the meeting happens in a systematic way. Okay, that's the advice for the next. Is there any individual evaluators for speeches? Do you have? No? Okay. MC and evaluate at the end. I think then move on to the first speaker. The first speaker of the day is Manish Bansali. Yeah. You are a natural speaker. No doubt about it. You are a very natural speaker. I think some of the things which I notice is you started with a theme, right? The first one is the past, the present, and the future. Okay, you connected. The way you connected is amazing, and few things which I like this, you start about your school experience and in college, how you made a decision from as a science graduate, you took one day to join CA. That was something, which I remember the person, what's his name? The person who started the Virginia, what's his name? Richard Branson. He said, any decision has to be taken immediately. Then only you are going to succeed. Okay, I remembered him when you said that. I took it in 2 minutes. No, that was a fabulous one. I really enjoyed your talk, and you used some of the things very well. Your language was good. Your body language was very apt. In between, you introduced, or you started speaking Hindi, right? You introduced your conversation. You got your father and started using the conversation in Hindi. I suggest, in a crowd like this, if you use any other language, you should try to translate that into English. Okay, so that you get connected to everyone. Otherwise, many people may not understand what you speak. Okay? And when you introduce a character, okay, say for example, you have to fix a character. You say you are here, and when you say when your father is speaking, you just fix a character here. I mean, you take the role, both the roles, but fix a character. And when you are introducing some other person, you just fix a character, and whenever that character is relevant, you just move there. Okay, that you should do. Otherwise, I love your speaking. It's a few things. My recommendation is you need to have eye contact when you go. I mean, it's not that don't stare at people, but at least a second or two, just get connected to everyone, so that you are reaching out to the audience. Okay. Otherwise, you are a natural speaker, and keep practicing. That's the second speaker is Ramesh Kothari, right? You also started introducing yourself, isn't it? It's a screen. I think it was an indoor speech, correct? You just came on stage and you started giving your speech, isn't it? See, you have a natural smile on your face that attracts people. You are very gifted on that way. Many people do not have that naturally smiling face, isn't it? I mean, he is blessed with that. And I suggest you just keep that smile always on your face. Because the smile always attracts people, isn't it? And you are pretty cool on the stage. You are very natural. And one suggestion I would like to give you on your speaking skills. Your speaking skill is good, no doubt about it. But the thing is, you need to practice. When you practice, people will see on the stage. And you will also feel confident when you start speaking, isn't it? But it was not structured. Okay, first structure your speech, practice it, don't hurry up. Yes, in your speech, I could say there is a bonding between your friend Manish. You spoke about him many a times. You took his name, isn't it? That bonding is good, and it's naturally that it shows your appreciation or your respect to him or your love towards him. Good, and unconsciously you are following him. Okay. That's a good sign, because you need to follow a leader. Someone has to be there that you need to catch up. Okay, then only your life will be challenging, and you will be challenging yourself. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, if you want to compete, you need to upgrade yourself. How to upgrade? The upgrade is, admiration is something different. But if you want to reach to that person's stage, you need to practice it here. Okay. Practice your speech and you can become a fabulous speaker. And I'm pretty much sure you are fantastic and no doubt about it. Okay? Then again, eye contact. Okay? You need to look at everyone's face. Okay? That's one thing you people are like. Just package it. Then the third, Avinash. Hats off to you, Avinash. when you came on stage, I was remembering myself. When I was, I remember my school days in college days. I studied in a Kannada medium. Probably, I don't know if I had the opportunity of this kind of a forum. Nobody had the guts to come on stage and speak like you, and it's amazing. I don't know from where you got that courage to come on. You challenged yourself. You came on stage and you started speaking in spite of your difficulties, in spite of your limited knowledge on the language. Otherwise, your attitude is fantastic, and I could see there is a determination in your face, and there is a sense of what you can say. You want to achieve something in your life. I'm pretty much sure you are going to grow a long distance. You have that courage and you challenge yourself. That's what I liked in you. And for your improvement, I tell you, first thing, what you do is, don't worry about who's there in front of you or who's not there. Okay? Just face to the wall. Okay? Take a book. Start reading loudly. Read the paragraph after paragraph, so that you can absorb. You can absorb the language, and you can twist your tongue so that you can pronounce it properly. The pronunciation will improve, and your voice also will come out easily. Then the language starts coming fluently. So forget about who's there. I still remember one day, the first time when people asked me to take up the president role, that was the time I didn't know what to do. Till that time, I never took any position in any of the forums. So that is the first time my friend Aditya, he said, "Sir, I want you to take up the role." Then I said, "I'm not prepared." "Sir, I know, sir, you can do. Don't worry, just go ahead." Somehow I said, I accepted the role. What to do? I had to prepare myself. Then near my house there is one park. It's called JP Park. There was 1 week time. I had to prepare my talk. What I did is, I took my mobile and just plugged the earphone, used the earphones. Nothing was played there. Okay. Just to show that I was listening to something or I was speaking to someone else. But what I did is, early in the morning, 6 o'clock, I went for a walk. Okay, about one round is 1.8 kilometers, almost 2 kilometers. So I did about 3 or 4 rounds. Loudly I was speaking. I was practicing to speech, going around. People used to look at me crazy. This place must be crazy. He is talking to himself. I didn't care. It doesn't matter to me anymore. Who cares about? I'm a CA. That itself is enough for me, isn't it? The CA is enough to get the respect from other people. And people are looking at me like, okay, fine. I didn't bother. I practiced my speech. Then evening again at 6 o'clock I used to go to the park. Again 3 rounds. Okay. Morning about 6 kilometers, evening about 6 kilometers. At the time my body, I got into a very good shape by the time I was addressing my presidential speech. About 6 kilometers a day for about 1 week, you are in a very good shape, isn't it? So I still remember recently when Geeta took over as a president of Bangalore branch, chairman of Bangalore branch, our Ravi, you know Ravindranath, right? So she wanted to practice her speech. This is what Geeta said to me. 5 o'clock in the morning, Ravi knocked the door. Geeta's home. He said, "Geeta, come. You want to practice your speech." Then, "Are you crazy at 5 o'clock in the morning?" No. Today is your day. You have to give a speech. Come. You go and practice. These two, they went to the Sankey Tank. Okay, Sankey Tank Park. Then started, making her to practice there in the park. There were a lot of people they were looking at them. They didn't bother. Ultimately, what wanted is the practice. It doesn't matter who is around you, who is looking at you. It doesn't bother. Okay. And that evening, she spoke. She gave one of her best speeches. I really appreciate Ravi's effort and than Geeta's effort in the, otherwise she's from the village like Hill. She's from a remote village in Chittoor district. She came here. She became a chartered accountant. She studied in a Telugu medium. You know that? She studied in a Telugu medium, and she became the first lady chairman of Bangalore branch. Okay, that's not a small achievement. Okay, well, that's what. So my suggestion to you is, next time when I see you, I want to see you speaking fluently. Okay, start practicing it now. You can achieve a lot better. And hats off to you, and keep the courage going. Thank you. The next speaker is. To say this girl, I mean, she stole the day, isn't it? The way she spoke, she added humor, everything. I mean, you are a natural speaker here. You don't have to worry anything. I mean, you just go, enjoy yourself, and you can become a fabulous speaker. Maybe you can try out different topics. Okay, and I don't have many suggestions for you, except a few things that probably improve on the eye contacts. Okay, and look at your body language, probably look at your videos, go back and start working on your body language. Otherwise, you spoke very well. I liked it. What was the, timer, how much time should you?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Okay. One thing I liked in your speech is the quote you said, CA taught me what failure is. Isn't it? I mean, it's a standout. Yes, CA teaches what the life is. Okay? And that's how the perseverance is up for the CA course. The people who are not consistently, or they don't plan, they don't work consistently, then they will not qualify. I mean, they may not be a successful CAs also. I mean, I liked it. I just loved your speech. Nothing else. Fantastic body language and very controlled speech. You are controlling the speech and the audience that was fabulous. I just loved your speech. I loved your presence on the stage. I mean, keep doing. Try with the different topics. Don't worry about your CA. Forget about your CA. When you come on the stage, don't bring your CA into the stage or CA in your mind. Forget that you are a CA. Okay? Don't talk about too much on the, don't focus too much on your course, don't focus on your articleship or your studies, all those things. You are a speaker here. Speak naturally, speak whatever comes to your mind. Take out the different topics and start speaking. Okay? That's a problem. You go to the doctor's forum, they only talk about their profession, nothing else. I mean, then why do you come? It's your own bread and butter. Every day you are going to speak about that same thing. I mean, what are you going to achieve by coming here and speaking? I mean, you are exploring yourself. Take a different topics and start speaking. Ramya. Yes, I think she is a seasoned speaker by now, isn't it? No, she spoke very well. One thing is your body language. You need to be a bit free on your body language and use the stage. Okay, you are very static on the stage. It's not that I'm not asking you to move around. Too much of moving around shows that you are not a competent speaker. But movement should be based on the topics you select and fixation of the characters. I could say there are many people who are talking about the parents. Okay, especially mom, dad, children, isn't it? I mean, siblings. When you are fixing the character, you just move around and fix a character and talk about something about them. Okay, that is one important thing which you have to do. And you are focusing more on the CA experience. Okay, and it was not structured. Okay, you need to prepare your talk first. Okay. So my suggestion to all the speakers is have a opening, body and conclusion. See, you all go to movies, right? Okay, how the movie starts? Movie initially with a high energy, and in between nobody cares, but end is powerful, isn't it? If the ending is not powerful, people say, okay, I didn't love the movie, I didn't like the movie, isn't it? If the climax is good, that's why people call it a climax, isn't it? So you have to create in such a way the opening to get the attention, okay? Body, okay, whatever you say, fine, nobody pays attention. But ending with a powerful note, you have to end your speech, okay? That's a good thing you need to. And coming to the butterfly sessions again, I left out, okay. Butterfly sessions, no, he started with a good note by showing PPT slides. My suggestion to you, Manish, is first you explain about the topic, what is impromptu speech and how it is going to help the people, one, and what is the timings, two, and the third thing is when you are using a PPT, show the pictures rather than the showing the writings. Don't give a paragraph or something, lines, don't write there. Instead, give a picture, okay? Ask the people to come and talk on the picture, what they understood and what message they wanted to give. Okay, create some funny things. Okay, that way you can bring some novelty to the butterfly sessions. Okay, and one more thing is those who are spoken, don't give them a topic. Okay, those who have not participated, okay, give them a topic. You have to give an equal opportunity to everyone. What has happened? Say, for example, Kamesh, you have given him a topic. Okay, he already used the stage here, and giving him again will prolong the meeting. Okay, and you can avoid the people who have spoken already, and even the MC and even the general evaluator, you don't need to call, because they get a time here, air time, they come here and they get a stage to speak. See, here create an equal opportunity for everyone. Say, for example, a person who walks in, don't straight away give him a hot topic. Okay, throw some easy topics. Maybe talk about your parent, talk about your father, talk about the most beautiful experience you had in the school time or a college time. Okay, start with the small topics. See, you gave one topic for her, the person about the perseverance. She did not understand. What happened? It will create an embarrassing situation for them when they come onto the stage. And you are instead of more than you are encouraging, you are discouraging them. Okay, so don't do that. I still remember when I joined CHO's clusters, one of the chartered accountant, she came to the forum. What she did is the table topic master, he gave a topic. After that, she never came to the so I being a membership coordinator, I asked, Madam, why are you not coming? I said, no, I can't handle the table topics, no, I don't want to come there. So, no, you should not discourage, you should not discourage people to come onto the meetings, okay? That is one solution for you. Otherwise, the best topic allowed is one answer is either to drive it or to sit back and relax. I love that topic. Probably, if I would have taken the topic, probably I would have said, I would love to sit back and relax. I paid it, it's my time to relax, isn't it? You have to live like a king, isn't it? Then, can I have the timers? Please? Have you looked at the timings? Yes? Huh? Just see, one more observation observed is whenever the speakers come here, the MC, you have to come on to the middle of the stage, okay? Then you should not leave the stage empty at any point of time, okay? You have to give a shaker and then leave, okay? And the speakers, after speaking, wait till the MC come, give a shake hand and then leave. Okay? Yep.
Prepare a speech. Maximum minutes is 7 minutes, minimum is 5 minutes. So I will tell who took maximum minutes. Manish Mansali who took 8 minutes and 4 seconds. And then Mary Harsha who took just 6 minutes. And Ramya took 7 minutes 13 seconds. Avinash 6 minutes 7 seconds. Kamesh 5 minutes 15 seconds. And butterfly speech, Sushma took only 1 minute. And Sheshadri took just a minute. Thank you.
Good. I call the comedian, she is Mr. Sai NEPS. Give her a good round of applause.
Today's word of the day was perseverance, and pronunciation of words like initiated, examination, field, session, anxious, patience, and temporary would have been correct. They were actually mispronounced. Instead of develop the potatoes, grow the potatoes. The same mistake as the farmer did. There was good usage of words and good usage of word of the day by all the speakers, prepared speakers, and suggested to do signs. Instead of suggested to do signs, it should have been suggested to go for signs. And preparedness, instead of using the word preparedness in the context of the sentence, prepared would have been a better word. Everyone talks about yourself. Everyone talks about oneself. I have participated in many activities held by college instead of held by college, held in college. I have done my college in Jain College. Instead of that, it would have been done my PU studies in Jain College. When I was writing IPCC, ITSM, better frame of sentence, I was writing ITSM exam. She or him, instead of the word she or him, she or he. He gave me science and commerce. He has given me the freedom to choose science or commerce. Go to her situation. Instead of go to her situation, being in her situation. Basically from Dodbalapur, from Dodbalapur is fine. Get it done. Couldn't do it. This one. Best friend that I ever had is past. It's like I have. Just a great moment for me, instead of using just a great moment for me, was a great moment for me. The sir, the will not come there, it's just the sir. Thank God I got it done. Thank God I did it. Actually, he is great actually. Actually, the usage of actually was more in the sentence. It can be avoided, you can just use it once. Overall, all the prepared speakers did a good job. The speakers imbibed the theme of the day, keep going, and used word of the day in their speeches. In the butterfly session, now they are charging. Now they are charging. Instead of now they are charging, now they are charging. Or who may have a good knowledge, who have good knowledge. May is there. Tell about the perseverance, no, tell about perseverance. Which has difficult or not, instead of using has, which is difficult or not. Manage people, manage people. NDOs basically from Hubli, NDO which is in Hubli. I got my mobile, my WhatsApp, why you are not replying me, gadget also. For a entertainment purpose. He asked for me. Seriously, you are telling. All are got short. It can be a better frame of sentences instead of putting us and thus. You can just frame better sentences. And overall, the grammar actually from the first day you think there's a lot of improvement to this day.
Don't you the stage? I don't know whether you suited for I mean, you are doing the right thing by joining CBA. She did an absolute job, isn't it? Give her a good round of applause. Can I pose a listener here today? Yeah? Can we have your report, please?
A good listener, more than a good listener is more valuable than a good speaker. Why? Because a speaker speaks what comes on his mind, but a listener analyze all speaker what they telling. So that a listener is more okay. In Yogya Guru's speech, genius are 1% dash 99% preserve pursuing.
1% hard work.
Famous quote by Thomas Alva Edison: "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perseverance."
Then speaker first Manish speak. When he was in PUC, after he completing SSLC, he joined to Dash College. And his family members, I think, take a decision in hours. How much hours?
4 hours.
Then he got marks in IPCC for 420.
Please raise your hand.
In Kamesh speech, he have a dash point.
USP.
Coco?
Unique selling point.
Then Ramya speech. She is from
Dodbala.
She quoted one line. She follows your dash and then now your dash dreams. Then now your dash path.
Okay, now we move on to the MCs. What an energy he has got, superb energy. I liked your energy. At least 50% of your energy should come to me so that I can become a good speaker. I love the way you conducted this session. He started this session with a negative tone, right? I'm starting the first time. You said you started with that. Starting the podium for the first time. See, all your positivity with one negative sentence, will take away all the positiveness from your attitude. Don't regret when on the stage. Don't regret. Have you seen the models? Even their wardrobe malfunctions. They just walk it as if there is nothing has happened. Okay. Of course, it's a really embarrassing situation, but still They walk as if nothing has happened. Okay? If you try to correct your wardrobe there, definitely whatever you had, you will take away, isn't it? So don't ever regret going on to the stage. You just be natural. I mean, unless for the first time, I'm saying it for the first time. If you don't tell me that you're coming for the first time, how will I know that you're coming for the first time? I mean, many people here, they don't even know how many times you've come here, isn't it? How many times you've come here and spoke, isn't it? No one knows. So don't have to be regretful, or you don't start with a negative note. Okay, and your figures were awesome, and the way you introduced the speakers, it shows that you did some preparation. But my suggestion to you is in the podium, okay, use the stage. You have to be open, okay. Forget about your papers. Maybe for a reference point, you just look at the papers. Otherwise, you just come up to the podium. The stage, start speaking to the people. Okay, one. Second is when you are starting the MC job. Who introduced it? Did anyone introduce it? Okay, did you introduce it? You didn't introduce it. See, here you come here for pricing yourself, okay, pricing others. So what we expect here is, before you take any role, call up the role players, try to find out about them. Say for example, Sergeant at Arms. When you want to start, you are going to introduce the next speaker. Who is the next speaker? The next speaker is going to be the president. They have to start the meeting. Without starting the meeting, how can you read the minutes? Isn't it? Formally, the meeting is not started, and you started the minutes. No, that's not the structure. The structure should be when you introduce the, when you set up the meeting, then hand over to the president. The president, before you hand over to the president, you have to say a few nice words about her or him. Okay. So you have to elevate them to the next level, so that they come here, they speak with full of energy. Okay, that should be your goal. Whoever takes a role play, take time out of your busy schedule. Okay, call them up and just find out a few nice things about them. Or in case if you want to collect some more information, so talk to their friends. Okay, ask them the. Give their best friends phone numbers, take their phone numbers, collect some information, and give a surprise on stage. Okay, so that is one element you people need to practice. See, don't worry, here you are coming here to fail. This place, it's a laboratory. You come here to fail, not to succeed. If you think you are coming here to succeed, I'm sorry, you have no place here. Okay, this place is for failures. You fail and improve. Fail and improve. There you need to succeed, not here. Okay. So this place, allow yourself to fail. Allow yourself to let people laugh at you. Okay. Don't worry. You get used to that, and when you go there, you'll be a confident person. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Don't worry about your mistakes. Don't worry about your grammar. Fine. There is a grammarian. She does her job. Good job. But here, you have to shift all your inhibitions and be on your own and start speaking. Okay, that one thing you got to learn. Next is take some time for preparation. Take some time for preparation. When you come here, in case if you're not able to remember your paragraphs or remember the quotes, you can just write down the script at least till you get used to your stage, till you get speaking. Okay. Write down points, come, start speaking. Okay, that's one way. For you, it's the most important. Just prepare this page, write down this page. In case if you are not able to speak without the paper, use a paper. Use something at least. Okay, that way you improve your whatever you wanted to convey, it will convey the message. Okay, I think we have said enough about the meetings. Few things here and there. Learn from the different people, and every time you call two people. One is a general evaluator and one more is education speech. Have 4 speeches. Don't go beyond too many speeches. What happened? fourth speech, fifth speech, you are not going to listen. Your listening powers will come down. You feel that okay, it's getting time now. Okay, now you are fresh. You can think of okay, I can spend some time. But after some time, what will happen? If you start listening to the speeches more than 4 speeches in a day, then you will not feel like coming back again here. Okay, have minimum of 4 speeches, 1 education session, okay, and 1 general evaluator. Then rest all it's left in. Okay, and don't give the topics to the people who already taken the stage. Okay, so that you treat them equally. Okay, give them a chance to everyone. I think I've done my job. Before I end my session here, let me talk about a few things. I said she introduced me that I like Indian mythology, right? Let me start share a story from Indian mythology. How many of you have read Mahabharata or Ramayana? Seen. Okay. The problem with our kids is we are not proud of. I mean, we say Bharat Mata Ki Jai, right? But how many people say it from heart? Okay, it's not that you love your parents, but how many people take that extra time to understand your parents? I know you all love your parents, but do you understand them? If you want to understand India, you have to read these 2 books. It's not a book, it's a life. I don't know. It's a reason why Britishers have ruled about 800 years. Sorry, 200 years. Mughals have ruled about 800 years and Britishers have ruled about 200 years in India. That 200 years has caused a blind drive in our country. We still want to look outside for anything. If you want to understand our own strengths, we have to look outside. Someone has to tell from outside that what is good for ourselves. The best thing was yoga. Didn't we know yoga was good for ourselves? Then why didn't we promote? We did not promote. Someone, all the 171 countries proposed, okay, yoga is good for the health, good for the country, good for the nation. Yes, now we are accepting. We have started celebrating the Yoga Day on June 21st. Someone from outside has to tell us what is good. Our own. It's not something. If you are they introducing anything new to us? Absolutely not. There is one person, a management guru called Peter F. Drucker. How many of you heard him? Who's he? Who's he?
Business management.
He is called as the father of modern management. So he famously said, whatever is written in Mahabharata, it exists in this world. What is not written doesn't exist in the world, in this world. Now, because Peter F. Drucker said, it's just because he said it's become a great book. Our characters are fictitious. Absolutely not. When in the break, I was speaking to you about the mentors, the role of a mentor. One day, Guru Dronacharya and Arjuna, they go to a forest. Just because, maybe it was on a relaxing day, he wanted to test the skills of Arjuna. They just go, let's test the skills. Arjuna, they go and they hear the sound of a dog barking. Okay, he said, Arjuna, shoot it. I mean, he was not able to see the dog, but still, based on the sound, he has to hit the dog. Suddenly, before he could do that, the dog was silent and it comes out of the bushes. And there was an arrow stick down to her mouth. And they were confused. Who did this? No one knew. Then suddenly, a young man, okay, who comes out of the bushes. Then he was a very confident young man. Then Arjuna looks at him very jealously and starts shouting at Dronacharya, what did you do? I mean, how come there is a competitor to me? you said you are going to make me the world's best archer, but there is a competitor here. Guru says, just wait, I'll take it over. Then the young man comes, as a young man, who are you? Say, my name is Ekalavya and I am your disciple. What? Then Arjuna again, he starts shouting at him, no, you said you are going to make me, yeah, wait, let me find out who is he. Hey, I am from, I live in this forest. I used to watch you people practicing and I knew that you are going to teach only the princess, but I used to see what you used to teach. I used to go and practice myself and you look my guru. Then finally he says, see, as per my condition is, I am not going to teach anyone other than the prince, okay, or the kings. Now, you say that you are my disciple. I expected Guru Dakshina from you. You said you have learned from me. If that is true, no, I expected Guru Dakshina from you. What are you going to do? Ekalavya says, whatever you ask. Then, Dronacharya said, look, give me your right thumb. What? Right thumb. Ekalavya cuts the right thumb and thus he could have become a great threat for Arjuna. He did not. He could have played a role in Mahabharata war, that awarded, and although it cleared the path of Arjuna and he became a world's best archer. Now, my point is, tell me, what did you understand in this story? What did you understand? Say for example, it's you. Can I help you? Can hear it. Huh? It's you in the middle, okay? And see, first in your life, you should have a mentor. Okay? Now, Guru Dronacharya, what did he do? He allowed Arjuna to practice and become a world's greatest archer. Okay? He took away all his problems in his head. He just focused only, he allowed Arjuna to focus only on the skills. That's it, nothing else. And how Arjuna evolved. He responded with whenever he got a problem, he took the blame. Even though today, just because of Ekalavya's incident, Guru Dronacharya is seen as, he's a selfish guy. But in fact, he was not selfish. He promised his mentee that he's going to make him a famous guy, famous personality, and he allowed Arjuna to become a famous personality, taking away all the blames. That's what the coaches does. When you are in your life, this is what the Mahabharata and the Ramayana does to our life. Those who are not read, please read it. See, the incident of Dronacharya says, when you are in dark, when you are facing the problems, we are all human beings. We face problems, isn't it, in our life? When we face problems, we need to look up to someone. We need a shoulder to cry. We need a shoulder to rest. Okay? So create that person in your life. He need not be the world's best. You need not be, you are doing a CA, you are facing tough situations in your life. That doesn't mean that you need to go to a CA for asking your help. Not necessarily. any person will do. That is called the mentor. A mentor is a one who guides you to tell that, what is that you are lacking, where you are lacking. Okay? Ask that person, sharing with them. Okay? Surrender to them. Then they will come up with the best solutions. Then whenever they point out there is a mistake in your life, okay, there is a vacuum, there is a problematic area, or where you need to improve, or where you need to challenge, get it trained. Get it trained. Okay? Once you get trained, you implement it in your life. See, we learn many things over here. If you don't adopt the same thing, if you don't carry it in real life outside, then what's the point of learning? Okay? What you learn, have to implement. What you learn, that you have to adapt in your life. Okay? Implement it. Once you implement it, create someone to ask questions. Many a time, we don't like to be asked questions, isn't it? If someone asks a question and say, what for you? Who are you? It's my wish, my life. Isn't it? I mean, you don't have the right to involve in my life, isn't it? We shout at them. But believe me, with questions you are going to rise. With questions you are going to develop yourself. Without the questions, you are not going to develop. Ask people to criticize you. Okay? Instead of shouting at them, ask why that fellow is passing a negative comment on me. Ask yourself the why. Answer that. In case, if you don't find an answer, just go back to the mentor. Okay? Then get the training done. Implement it. Allow the evaluator to ask evaluations. Okay? So this should be the success mantra. Those who follow routinely this, okay, they become a successful person in their life. See, here, Guru Drona, what did he do? He pointed out the mistakes in Arjuna. He got it right when he implemented, and he got the evaluation done. Who is to do the evaluation? The Lord. The Lord himself is to do the evaluation. I mean, Krishna was the greatest critic of Arjuna. Whenever he did well, he said, appreciated it. Whenever he wanted him to, he said, do, boss, you are no good. Practice this. Then he went to the mentor again. So Krishna acted as a mentor as well as an evaluator. Now you have to find one Krishna in your life to mentor yourself, and also to evaluate yourself. I mean, probably you admire him. You can take him as a mentor as well as a. No, there is nothing wrong in it. There is nothing wrong in it. Even I have created a person. There is one guy called Ravi in my life. Not our Ravindranath. I mean, he was my classmate. I used to look up to him for answers. I mean, that guy used to look up to me for answers. Many a times I used to point out his mistakes and he used to point out my mistakes. We become both, we used to change our roles, Krishna and Dronacharya in a different times. So you create, then only you become a successful guys in your life. And this is what is required. Those who are directionless, those who are mentorless, they will not go to any extent, they are not going to achieve anything. That's the reason that today, if you to find a cricket coach, Anil Kumble, I mean, how much effort they made. See, one Gary Crystal and one Great Chapel, look at the difference, these two guys. One great guru will take you to your life to the next level, and the same, if he is not great enough, will put you down. Okay? I think with this, I will end the session, and I enjoyed your meeting. It was a fabulous meeting, awesome guys, but the only thing is, you need to practice. It's not one time coming here, it will not serve your purpose. You keep coming. Give yourself a 6 months continuously. I know it's difficult to come up on a Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, exams, forget about it. I mean, if you want to give reasons, you keep on giving reasons. Don't give reasons. If you want to be successful, then stop giving reasons. Give reasons, then write down that you are not going to be successful. Okay, so stop giving reasons. Okay, take the pen, take the paper, start coming, start working. That's a successful mantra. Anyway, with this, I enjoyed your meeting, and all the best to you. Thank you. Over to you.
Well, that's it from the Master of the Ceremonies here. I hand over the stage dash to the surgeon arms.
So I have with me the list of best speaker and best prepared speaker and best butterfly speaker. Monish topped the list with almost 9 votes. So let us give him a big round. And the runner-up is Mariasa. Let her also give. When it comes to butterfly speech, Soumya did a very well job. So she got 4 votes. And the second runner-up position goes to Ganesh. Now that was the report for today's best speaker. Listener, everybody, there is no plus point as such. Nobody got any plus point with the listener. So before I leave the stage, I would just like to share a few points on what sir noted us down. Like we are few things we are doing as per manual, like the president introducing the general evaluator. But now it looks like even the previous CE suggested that it should be done by the MC. So maybe our manual itself, role play, we have a manual that needs a revision, and we will be working on it. We will work on that revision, maybe most likely after May we will revise it, is what I believe. Apart from that, today we extended our butterfly session, I think. In the next session, let us not wait for somebody to raise their hand. We have to call them, otherwise I think that is also taking up a lot of time. And like sir suggested, those who have already spoke need not be called. So that's all. Now I'd like to call upon Ms. Ramya to give us the closing remarks.
Well, thank you so much, Rajkumar Jain sir, for your valuable evaluation. I guess all of us listened to him so well that each one of us got few points to improve ourselves. And I want to thank one and all present over here for coming here and making 7th meeting of SICASA Speaking Forum a successful one. And
Speakers Forum.
SICASA Speaking Forum. Speakers Forum, alright. SICASA Speakers Forum. And especially the newcomers, thank you for coming. Please give a round of applause to them. Well, for the next section, who wants to become the listener? I want to invert the roles. Listener. Timer. Shisha. Grammarian. Okay, newcomers in. Maybe I should.
No, I may not come in this class.
Table topic master. Okay, Kavish.
Prepared speeches.
Okay. What about the prepared speeches? Newcomers can take up self-introduction.
I think we have
Okay, Komla, one. Soumya. Okay, Soumya, your name?
Next week I went my hometown. After I will.
Okay, you? Alright. Avinash.
Manish. It's only 4.
Yeah, 4. No, 1 more. You want
New speaker.
so you're taking table topic. Manish.
Sergeant at arms.
Sergeant at arms. You're not coming. Yeah, thank you for one and all to be present here. Okay, the main thing is Komla, you're done? You take it? Dhruv?
No, that can be done as long as I know.
Okay, thanks.
See, one more thing is cut down during the meeting when the speeches are on, cut down the movements. Okay, that will disturb the speaker. Don't move around. Okay. Only if you want to move around, only during the applauding. Just and applause, you have to be generous in applauding speakers. You have to encourage people. Okay. Yeah.